Want to grace the top just like so. Oh my Lord. Look at that. If you are someone that is leaving frozen vegetables, staying away from them, you're passing by the frozen vegetable aisle and you're always getting fresh, I got news for you. You're missing out. And I'm going to show you why. Let me tell you, a lot of people think frozen vegetables just are yuck. And maybe it's because you didn't cook them right the first time. And that's what we're going to go through today. I'm going to show you a technique to cook frozen vegetables that are just unbelievably delicious. Number 2 reason to buy frozen vegetables is, hey, you're going to save some money. And the storage, it's much easier to store frozen vegetables. You can use what you want, put the rest back in the freezer, fresh. You got to put in the crisper. You got to hope it doesn't go bad. You know what I'm talking about. And you end up throwing it out. You're wasting money. So let's go. What I have here is I have actual frozen vegetables. I have some cauliflower, some broccoli, and some carrots. These are still rock solid, frozen, just the way we want them, okay? You can even see the ice crystals on here. I want you to know these are frozen vegetables. So what we do here is we've got a 1810 stainless steel chicken fryer here, one of my favorite pans to use. I'll leave a tag where you can pick one up if you would like one, if you don't have one. We're gonna get our burner going on high. The thing we're gonna talk about really that's so important today is about the 3 T's, okay? Technique, temperature, and time. One more time. Technique, temperature, and time. The technique today is going to be what we call skillet brazing, okay? Skillet brazing. Now here's the interesting part. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our extra virgin olive oil in our pan. And it is important when we talk about temperature to make sure that it is a very high heat to begin with. I'm also gonna add 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Now, we do not want the butter to get like brown, but we do want it to kind of like a nutty kind of smell. And you can smell it, but don't want to burn it. Okay, so you want to watch that. But this is on high heat. Now, the whole deal here is we just want to get this fat all mixed around just like so. Now, again, a regular saute pan will be fine here. I like the high side chicken fryer just because, I don't know, I just think it's easier to kind of control and see things. But a regular saute pan is perfectly fine. And you don't even have to use this one this big. You can cut this recipe in half or even in quarters. It doesn't really matter. It all works out great. But again, frozen vegetables, skillet brazing is what we're doing today. And if you've never done frozen vegetables this way, you're in for a serious treat. Here's what we're gonna do. Now, you hear it now. Audio is very important in cooking. I'm gonna turn this burner down to a medium, okay? And I'm going to add the frozen vegetables in directly. I have not thawed these. I don't want to thaw these. And this is the trick. The whole deal here is we want these ice crystals to be on there, just like they are. And what you're gonna find is the water will cook off naturally and evaporate. And we will start to see a nice crust form. But there's a couple things I want to tell you about. We never want to crowd the pan, okay? As you can see, the pan is just surface on the bottom with the vegetables. Now the key here, okay? First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some seasonings. I'm gonna start with some kosher salt, some cracked black pepper. I'm gonna add some basil. This is about a teaspoon of thyme, dried thyme, and maybe about a half a teaspoon of some chili flake, which is optional. Now, it smells amazing already. Now, once you have these in the pan, this is where time comes in. I want you to promise yourself that you're going to let cooking cook. It is so important at this point to just let these go. You have to let the science of this all come together. Give yourself some time. And one of the funniest things, or actually it's a very true thing that I learned a long time ago, someone once told me, don't cook when you're hungry. I mean, it kind of doesn't really make a lot of sense, but what they were basically saying is that if you're starving, what happens is we start to rush things, okay? A lot of us don't have a lot of attention span anyway, so we're around a rush. Cooking sometimes needs the proper time and patience to come out exactly the way you want it to. And in this case, unbelievably delicious. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let these go for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just let them be. We're on a medium-high heat, okay? And we're doing a skillet braise of frozen vegetables. Just chill out, go grab a drink, a cup of coffee, some tea, and just let them do their thing. When we come back, I'll show you how we're doing. You won't believe it. Don't go anywhere. All right, come on in here. It's been about 8 to 10 minutes, and I want you to see what's going on. You can see the liquid is starting to evaporate. Look at this. Look at that. This is skillet braising. Phenomenal. What we are creating is the mired crust on the outside, which is where all that flavor is, naturally. We're bringing out the natural sugars of all of the vegetables. And I'm telling you, you will never eat vegetables another way. If we were to have blanched these or taken the ice crystals off, what happens then is then we'd have too much water and it would almost become a steam. We don't want that, okay? So come on in. Now I'm going to turn the heat down to a low, okay? And, you know, you can just see the deliciousness of this. It's unbelievable. And, you know, and by the way, you know, if you've ever wondered why one dish is full of flavor, why, you know, another dish just falls flat, that's exactly why I created the Chef Brian's Kitchen digital download. Now, this isn't just another cookbook. It's nearly 180 pages of a digital handbook built from more than my 40 years of experience in cooking. And inside, you're going to find food flavor building techniques, common cooking mistakes to avoid. I mean, you know, there's 7 complete recipes in there. And most importantly, it's going to help you to understand not just what to do, but why something works, okay? I'll leave a link in the description box below. If you would like one, you can pick one up. All right, I mean, this just looks unbelievable. All right, so what we're gonna do now is once we've got it to where they're just like this, like you see all the oils, all that water is, now we can just kind of go in there and really kind of go around. And you can really get in here and you can see just how delicious this looks. Look at that. Wow. All right, I'm going to turn the heat completely off. And as we always do, and I told you it's so important, that once you have something completed like this, right, you want to let it rest just for a minute, all right? So just let it rest, heat's off. You want to have all of that heat, now the residual heat, come in there, lock in all those spices we put in there, and just chill out. So when we come back, we're going to plate it up. I'm going to show you one last little trick to put on top. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, come on in. You can see they're just resting beautifully. They're just hanging out, right? Oh, they look so good. Okay, so let's plate these up just like so. And these are not in any shape or form burnt. This is a beautiful skillet roast. Gosh, these look so good. Remember, we started with actual frozen vegetables And look at what we've created here. Look at that. Now, come on in here. I want you to look at this pan. Okay, this, we don't want to wash this out, okay? I just couldn't do it. It would hurt my heart to do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the heat back on, and I want to add a little bit of chicken stock. Or even better, you can get some vegetable stock, okay? I don't have any on hand, so I'm using chicken stock, which is perfectly fine. Even water would work, to be honest with you, but a little flavor here. So some chicken stock, probably about 1/8 of a cup. And you can see already how it's picking up all of those beautiful flavors. Then I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of garlic paste, which would be the equivalent of about 1/2 clove. And I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, just like that. Simple, easy, and we just wanna swirl this around, just like that. If you wanted to use a whisk or a spoon, have at it. Whatever you wanna do. You just wanna get it around and get all that flavor. And I'm telling you, there's deliciousness down there. Okay, I'm gonna turn the heat completely off. And then all we want to do here is we just want to grace the top, just like so. Oh my Lord. Look at that. A little housekeeping here. There you have it. Beautiful skillet, braised or roasted potatoes, vegetables. Now these were frozen veggies, okay? Frozen, rock hard frozen, that we put right into the pan immediately, and we roasted them in the skillet just like that. And look at what we came out with. These are unbelievably delicious. We finished it off with a little bit of lemon garlic butter and a hint of chicken stock or vegetable stock, or whatever you would like to use, and poured it on top. Oh, this is unbelievable side dish, or just as dinner alone. Please, please, please stop avoiding the frozen vegetable aisle. It is your friend. It's gonna save you money and it's gonna save you time. Just do it, okay? One other thing I wanna talk about frozen vegetables real quick before I go is that frozen vegetables, actually, some people think that fresh is always better for you. To be honest, frozen vegetables actually have more vitamins and nutrients because they're locked in. See, a frozen vegetable, it's picked fresh, okay? Then it's flash frozen, okay, at the, plants, and then it's shipped to your grocery store. So when it's flash frozen, it's locked in all of those beautiful vitamins and nutrients. So you're getting everything that you need. So don't cheat yourself or think or believe the lies that frozen vegetables are full of garbage, because they're not. You've seen it right here. I can't wait to try this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Chef Brian's Kitchen. I am Chef Brian, and I can't wait to see you next time. But until then, remember, as always, eat well and stay healthy.